I'm Mike Hackard with Hackard Law. When business owners start thinking about succession planning, one question almost always comes first. What is this going to cost me? It's a fair question. You've spent years working, investing, and building. Any decision involving your business and your family deserves clarity and value. But before we talk about cost, it's important to understand something I've seen throughout decades of practice. The real expense often comes from not planning at all. Over the years, I've witnessed businesses tied up in probate because the owner never created a clear transition plan. I've seen families face uncertainty because inheritances weren't structured properly. I've seen partners forced into litigation simply because their buy-sell agreement wasn't updated. And I've seen heirs sell businesses for far less than they're worth just to cover taxes. These are not rare outcomes. They're what happens when planning is delayed. So when business owners ask what a succession planning lawyer costs, the better question is, what does it cost if I don't have one? A business succession planning lawyer helps you design a legal and practical roadmap for handing off leadership or ownership, whether the transition is planned or unexpected. That work involves more than drafting documents. It includes analyzing how your business is structured, anticipating tax issues, coordinating with your CPA and financial advisor, preparing for incapacity, clarifying roles within family-run businesses, and ensuring a smooth, predictable transition for employees, clients, and partners. The cost of succession planning varies based on a few key factors. The first is the complexity of the business itself. A sole owner with a straightforward LLC may need a modest, predictable plan. A larger company with multiple owners, blended family considerations, or out-of-state assets requires a more comprehensive strategy. The second factor is scope. Some owners need a basic ownership transfer. Others need estate tax planning, restructuring, updated operating agreements, or trust. The broader the plan, the more time and expertise involved. The third factor is the condition of your existing documents. A clean, recently updated set of agreements usually requires minor refinement, but outdated or conflicting documents, which are extremely common, require deeper review. So what does this look like in actual cost? Many succession planning lawyers use flat fee structures for predictable planning. These fees often range from a few $1,000s for straightforward plans to $15,000 or $20,000 or more for complex multi-layered transitions. Hourly billing is used for situations requiring negotiations, business restructuring, or highly customized planning. Hybrid models combine both. But cost alone doesn't define value. What matters is what you receive in return. A well-executed succession plan preserves the business you've built, protects your family from legal and tax exposure, and gives your employees and clients stability. It's an investment in continuity, not just for your company, but for the people who rely on it. Let me share a story. A business owner, I'll call him Tom, built a successful manufacturing company over several decades. He had two sons. One worked in the business. The other followed a different path entirely. Tom wanted to retire, but he also wanted to be fair. He wasn't sure how to balance leadership, inheritances, and long-term stability. Together, we created a plan that placed management in the hands of the child, active in the business, while creating equalizing strategies for the other child. We structured a trust, established a leadership transition timeline, and reviewed the plan each year. The legal fees were modest compared to the value protected. A thriving company, a stable leadership change, preserved relationships and significant tax savings. Contrast this with owners who attempt a do-it-yourself approach. Templates can anticipate tax consequences, employee retention issues, partner disputes, or the unique dynamics of a family-owned company. And correcting a flawed plan almost always costs more, financially and emotionally, than doing it correctly the first time. Another overlooked area is communication. Employees, vendors, and clients all watch closely when an owner approaches retirement or begins stepping back. A thoughtful communication and retention strategy shaped with legal guidance, protects the business during transition. That stability is part of the value a lawyer helps create. Succession planning is not a one-time event. Businesses evolve, laws change, and family dynamics shift. That's why ongoing support matters. Your lawyer should review your documents periodically, update them as needed, and guide successors as new responsibilities begin. So is the cost worth it? In my experience, yes, because what you're really investing in is certainty. You're protecting your family, your employees, your partners, and your life's work. You are preventing confusion, conflict, and rushed decisions. And you're strengthening the value of your business long after you've stepped back. If you're ready to prepare for the future of your business, we're here to help. I'm Mike Hackard. Thanks for watching.